Hey, what's up guys? Bloodfox here, and welcome back to another Lost Ark video. Today I'm going to try and help you guys with Alaric Sanctuary, so let's get to it. So for the first boss, you will find yourself in one of two different parties. One that goes up against a shark, and the other goes up against a siren. I'm in the siren party, so what we have to do is basically DPS the boss for a little bit until Carcosa's light spawns, and then we need to DPS that down in order to get an invincible buff that will protect us from a one-shot on the shark side that is going to happen. Eventually we end up merging with the other group, but we need that buff to keep everyone alive. Once you regroup with the other party, you're basically just fighting both the bosses. You want to kill the siren first and then focus down the shark. Eventually, once you're only fighting the shark, Carcosa's light will spawn again, and you need to DPS it down in order to survive another one-shot mechanic with the shark. I also have footage of being in the shark party as well, in case you wanted to see that perspective initially a little bit. The siren group will always be spawning from the south, so be ready when it prompts you for Carcosa's light. The second boss is pretty easy. Basically, if you get a red circle under you, spread out and don't overlap with your other teammates that have a red circle. And if you don't have a red circle, that means that the boss is targeting you, and you need to move in front of one of the 4 pedestals in this circular arena. So you want to try and move out of the way right before he's going to hit the pedestals so you don't get your cheeks clapped like I did. But other than that, there's a stagger check, and that's basically all there is to this fight. Eventually you'll get to only one pedestal left, so try to hover around it with your group. That way, if you're not on the other side of the arena and then you need to run all the way to the pedestal if you're the one marked. So after you beat the second boss, it's going to immediately throw you into the fight with Alaric Saltzman, which is really unfortunate. So if you end up failing, you'll end up in this room you see here. Basically, you want to choose a position in the form of an arrow. And you can see us selecting our positions here. But basically, this is for a one-shot mechanic that will occur during the fight with Alaric. Alaric can be quite annoying. He moves around quite a bit and he's pretty fast. And if you're not careful, you can pretty much almost get one-shot by him depending on your class and how squishy you are. Okay, so first things first, there is a debuff that you need to try and be mindful of, and it is applied when Alaric hits you. If he happens to hit you 5 times, you will have an ice field under your character. Basically, if this happens to you, move away from your party so that you don't end up freezing them. Once it explodes, you can just go back to DPSing, and it should be all good. At 28 life bars, Alaric will begin doing his major mechanic, which is a stagger check. You need to stagger him first, and then right after, there are these yellow orbs moving in slowly towards a wall around him. You need to destroy the yellow orbs before they touch the wall. If too many reach the wall around him, the party will wipe. The party will also wipe if you fail the stagger check prior to this, so make sure you guys focus him down and then focus on the yellow orbs. Periodically, Alaric will jump to the center to attempt another one-shot mechanic, and this is where the arrow position selection comes into play. You'll know that he's trying to do this one-shot mechanic when you see his trident sort of swirling around him. That's when you know that you should head to the position you chose. After this, Alaric will now be in his second phase, and there will be a big ice field, and within the ice field there will be an orb that has swirling ice around it. Basically, a player needs to run into this to prevent the party from getting frozen. It'll freeze the player that picks it up, but at least it'll prevent the party from getting frozen. At 12 life bars, Alaric will again do his big stagger check. So just do the same as you did before. Focus him down first and then the yellow orbs. The big yellow orb can only be stopped. You can't completely destroy it like the small orbs. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's basically all there really is to this fight with Alaric Saltzman. So I hope that this was helpful to you guys. I tried my best. I know that there's kind of a lot to take in, but I hope this helps. And with that, I will see you guys later.
Preferably 3 minutes.